Chapter 22. The wedding ceremony was still going on as the royal float approached the cathedral. Dr. Vasilier was enjoying the sight from a nearby balcony. He couldn't wait for the couple to say, "I do." But Naveen couldn't wait to stop them. From the little chest where he was imprisoned, he used his frog tongue to reach outside through the tiny lock. Very slowly, he stuck his tongue to the floor of the float and began inching himself and the chest closer to Lawrence's back. Squish! Lawrence stopped on poor Naveen's tongue. The preacher asked, "Do you, Prince Naveen, take Charlotte to be your wife?" Luckily, Ray spotted Naveen's flattened tongue and flew right over to the chest where the frog was imprisoned. "Is that you, Cap?" "Ray!" Naveen cried. "Get me out of this box!" Ray flexed his muscles and flew toward the prince. The problem was, could he rescue Naveen in time for the little frog to stop the wedding? Ray flew right into the lock on the chest. He lit up and then twisted and turned while Naveen waited. Finally, after great effort, the lock sprang open. Naveen hopped out of the chest. The wedding was almost over. Naveen jumped onto Lawrence's neck, grabbed the talisman, and held on tight. Lawrence started jerking around. "Ah!" Lawrence screamed as he stumbled backward and fell to the street below. Charlotte was mortified. "Prince Naveen! Oh, goodness gracious! Are you all right?" she called down to him. "I just need a moment to compose myself," Lawrence said, getting to his feet. He was clutching the frog behind his back. "Buttercup!" Charlotte exclaimed as she saw him duck into the cathedral. She stamped her foot. Her prince had disappeared again. "Cheese and crackers!" she fumed. Inside the church, Naveen tried to free himself from Lawrence's grip. "Lawrence!" Naveen cried. Why are you doing this?" "As payback for all those years of humiliation," Lawrence snapped. None of this had escaped the notice of Dr. Vasilier. He stepped out of the shadows and said to Lawrence, "Get your royal rump back on that wedding cake and finish that deal." Naveen shot his long tongue out and easily ripped the talisman off Lawrence's neck. Lawrence transformed back into himself, a short, squat valet. Naveen quickly tossed the talisman to Ray. "I got it!" Ray shouted, but as the weight of the talisman pulled him down, the little firefly moaned. It's got me too!" "Let go of that!" Lawrence said, stumbling toward Ray. Dr. Vasilier shook his head at Lawrence in disgust. "Stay out of sight!" he snapped. At the same time, a horde of shadows appeared from the crowd and hurried in Ray's direction. Ray flew past Louis, who was playing with the riverboat band in the Mardi Gras parade. Everyone still thought he was a person in an alligator suit. "Ray," Louis called out. Louis could see that Ray was no match for the shadows that were hot on his trail. The big gator tucked his trumpet under his arm and left the spotlight behind. But Louis was too slow to keep up with his friend. He lumbered far behind the shadows, who were chasing Ray straight toward the cemetery.